Welcome to galacticconnection.com, one of the most popular blogs on the World Wide Web today for alternative news. Stay tuned for the latest information on our world shift from enslavement to galactic involvement, as well as current intel on any blockages impeding us from our sovereign birthright. Knowledge and self-mastery are key at this time. Our commitment is to present you with the latest breaking conspiratorial articles, off-world messages, exopolitics, cutting-edge technologies and sciences, and also an ever-significant intertwining of spiritual support and metaphysical scope that one needs to dive down the rabbit hole in search for truth with balance. We are truly on the horizon of a new golden age filled with the promise for more love, worldwide peace, and accelerated intuitive skills, where every living being can exist in cohesion and abundance. It is whatever we envision and dream this new world to be. I say to you now, let's redefine the new world to the beginnings of our own precious heaven on earth. Galactic Connection is here to provide the pulse of Mother Earth through an eclectic range of interviews each Tuesday afternoon from 3 to 4:55 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Station 2 on BVS Radio, expanding your perspectives on how we can once and for all take back our freedoms, our joy, and our connection with our mighty I Am presence. Our intention remains true to connect hearts and minds everywhere in order to obtain global unity and galactic and universal acceptance. Our discussions will continue to cover anything to do with galactic society and our involvement with our galactic brothers and sisters. Our guests are experts in their fields, and our radio shows have been coined as some of the most thought-provoking out there. In addition to our daily blog, which runs 365 days a year, we also offer a realm of healing services such as our world-renowned implant removal processes, our spiritual past life clearings, our galactic violet ray alchemy from Alexandra, who shares in the lineage of Merlin, and other cutting-edge healing technologies. Check our site out at galacticconnection.com now, sending you a wave of light, love, and inspiration, and a personal hug and thank you for listening to our Galactic Connection radio show and visiting our blog today. Good afternoon, everyone. This is Alexandra Metters of galacticconnection.com, and I have a message today that is of utmost importance. Please share this far and wide. I know it's been a while since I've shared a Prime Creator message, and I've been bursting at the seams with information, but have been told very specifically that it is not the right time until today. And I want you to understand that as much as I would love to share a lot of the intel that I receive, if it is not for the best of the greater good of the all, I will not do so. Even though I have the desire to share and get the information out there, I am really being guided and asked to watch what I say, how I say it, when I say it. We are in a crucial time right now, and I would ask that everyone who is either receiving guidance or receiving channelings, that you would do the same. In our excitement to share with others and through our intention to spread joy, we must also be very, very aware of the responsibility that we have right now with what we say and what we share. So please stay tuned, be patient. All is amazingly, unbelievably brilliant behind the scenes. We've had incredible victories, one after another. And depending on where you focus is what you are going to feel. I'm about to share a message that I've been anxiously preparing over the course of the last couple of days. I received it on March 22nd, and now it is the 24th of March. So, as always, I've been asked to not only provide it to you in writing, but also speak it and share it with you verbally. So here it goes. A groundbreaking message to the world and beyond. Number 1, final preparations are ongoing and being made for humanity to return home. This includes, quote, all of God's children, unquote. You have once and for all been freed from all separation, a lack of anything which was a, quote, creation of the mind and fear, unquote. Clearly, all of you have exhausted this experience to the outermost degree. Yet there are those amongst you who have chosen to remain in the fear, refusing to awaken, and will therefore continue to experience this to the fullest expression, meaning of 100-fold, until you are done with this way of experiencing. You will remain in containment until such time that you are done with this. Number 2, all will be sent into crystalline healing chambers on the ships. The length of time you spend inside each of the healing chambers directly depends on the amount of density felt and carried within your physical structure. For example, those who are unawakened will spend the most time within the healing chambers. For most, the minimum time spent will be at least 6 months to 1 year. The most enlightened souls will spend a minimum of a month all the way up to 6 months. While you may think this is a long time, it is not, for time does not exist. Think of 1 month's time as 1/32 of a second outside the contained space you are in right now. Thus, the time spent in the healing chambers is fast. Number 3, once each of you have completed the first phase of the process, each of you will be evaluated to see if you are ready for the final deprogramming of your mind. If not, you will continue healing until you are. Once you are ready, you will be taken to a classroom to hear the full truth of what you've experienced, why that is, and how you participated in these experiences. Based on how much clearing and inner work you've done while in Earth School, a determination will be made as to where you will be placed for your continued education and your spiritual evolution. Do not forget that all will be where they need to be. This includes all animals and anything with a consciousness. You must know that absolutely no being with a consciousness is or will be left behind. All is taken care of. Number 4, all must understand that the earth is a living ship and was not intended to be in a place of quarantine as it is now. It has become what many coin as the proverbial hell. Originally it is and was a creation in my pocket, made of love. But it became merged in an amalgamation of all the being's thoughts that created a literal prison of the mind. Many have learned just how powerful the mind really is. Once a being is willing to take responsibility and ownership of what the mind thinks and creates, it is at this point that this being chooses to accept they have never been a victim to anything they have ever experienced. To experience anything, it always takes 2. So 2 beings or things with a consciousness have made an agreement to participate in any sort of experience. You actually make arrangements and finalize plans for these experiences the night before you go to sleep. This is where changes can and are made by all participants. I hope this information assists you in understanding that you are the creator of your reality. Just own it. Take responsibility for your own creations and your own experiences. If you need to forgive yourself and others who choose to experience these things with you, then do so now. If these were choices and creations not created from love, then forgive them and release them now. This is now the moment to forgive yourself and others for all that you have experienced that was not created from love. It is the only way to heal yourself and unfreeze yourself from the time and space in which you were traumatized, wounded, and hurt. Due to cellular memory and imprinting, if you don't forgive yourself and others, you will continue to repeat these experiences as a looping pattern. Through ownership and forgiveness, you may bring yourself back into wholeness. This is the requirement to wholeness and healing oneself. Number 5, one must heal all separation of self from the 232nd dimension all the way down to the 3rd dimension. This explains why one must have 100% of the truth after exiting the healing chamber. You may feel great sadness once you become aware of your own behavior within all experiences felt between the 232nd dimension and the 3rd dimension. Remember that you are a multidimensional being, existing in all of those dimensional places simultaneously, as well as experiencing in all of those places simultaneously. Have no fear and do not be afraid. Realize that you are from a place far beyond Earth itself, living a human experience in a human physical shell. Number 6, if there are other physical shells that appear differently from the human body, this is because of the experimentation that has been done on genetics and DNA. It all began with a being who needed to have friends and changed other beings such as animals into human form. This unfortunately derailed the animal's spiritual evolution. And in addition, it created quantum entanglement of all forms of DNA structures with a consciousness. Number 7, the genome, or complete set of genetic instructions for humanity, was altered as a consequence, creating a polarity that never existed previously. Both a positive and an aggressive nature were created within beings and creatures. And because these creations were not made from love, polarity, duality, separation, and all negative emotions were birthed. Note that these emotions and constructs never existed before the fall from grace. Number 8, the fall from grace actually occurred in 1/10 of a second and was contained by Prime Creator immediately, but its sudden and anomalous effects still rippled through space and time, causing a dissension. Basically, once the beings created separation within themselves, this directly produced the first 25,000-year cycle. What the beings did not realize is that all they had to do was to be healed and return home. When I say beings, I'm referring only to those beings who made choices at the onset of this event. It is significant to understand that these choices were made by a being who was not much older than a toddler, and some others who were around the age of, say, a teenager. Number 9, because of their choices, an extensive awareness has been attained to initiate significant change and implementations in the school of heaven. The curriculum has changed, and security measures and processes have been established. What was will be no more, and assurances have been made that this will never happen again. Please realize that this is not seen as good or bad, for it was just a choice made by a toddler-age soul and teenager-age souls and the related experiences to those choices. The company of heaven is welcoming all home with open arms and love. There is gratitude for all experience. There is only love, 100% truth, and transparency for all. With love, Prime Creator, love number 5. So this is what has been, let's just say, given for me to release today. I would like everyone to know that we are proceeding ahead at an accelerated rate, and we are on our way home. Continue to focus on your own internal work. If you read anything on the internet, including Galactic Connection, read it as if you are an observer. Do not get attached to the outcome or the information, as well as understand that there are a myriad of different perspectives on what is going on here. The main thing is, at this final hour, to do the inner work, to release with forgiveness and love and gratitude. And do not forget to say every day, I accept and receive all the planetary work that has been done for me, all the aspects of my being and my lineage. Thank you, it is done. That's it. It's really simple. Continue to do that whenever you feel compelled, because there's that much work being done to clear this up and get us home. So stay tuned. Hopefully the messages won't be as spread apart time-wise, but there is very good reason for it, and hopefully you can understand. All is well. I wish you all the best, sending you tremendous love from my heart to yours. We will be on the ships in a massive party very, very soon. Take care.